All right, cool. So today I'm going to be covering how to audit a Klaviyo account like a professional and uncover untapped potential. I've seen many videos online on how to actually audit a Klaviyo account, but they're so generic and very surface level. Today I'm going to cover like everything you need to cover in an audit that we actually do in every single audit we perform to make sure like you identify those missing opportunities and just those costly mistakes as well. So with that being said, let me dive right into the meat and potatoes of this presentation right here. So yeah, Nicholas Laya, owner of like consulting, we work with over 50 e-com brands. I'd say like 100 at this point on their retention marketing. And then you can also subscribe to my newsletter. We drop free game every single week, so you don't want to miss it. But yeah, that being said, the first thing we look at is obviously email deliverability, so sender reputation metrics as well. So why it matters? If your emails don't land in the inbox primary folder, nothing else matters. No design, no copy, no offers, right? What to check here? So the first thing we do is we take a look at the sending infrastructure, making sure that, of course, it goes without saying, but you're using a dedicated sending domain. You have DMARC, SPF, and other essentially other records properly configured. You can actually use something like Easy DMARC to take a look at your domain and see how if they are actually installed and optimized as well. And we take a look at the send infrastructure. We take a look at the performance metrics for the last 30 days or so. So the unsubscribe rates, bounce rates, spam rates. You can go to essentially deliverability tab right here, and then take a look at those metrics right there. You've got bounce rate, unsubscribe rate, and spam complaint rate as well. Really important to take a look at those. If they're not looking healthy, then there's a huge chance you might start landing in the spam folder more often, obviously, right? We also take a look at the reputation management. So check domain IP reputation. We run blacklist checks regularly as well to, again, make sure that your IP reputation is healthy, your sender reputation is healthy, and then that you're landing in the primary inbox folder as often as you can, all right? If the deliverability is low, then of course you know what to do. I mean, I've got plenty of videos covering how to fix damage deliverability as well. But warm up your domain if new, remove unengaged subscribers, and then implement a segmentation strategy when you primarily send to very tight engaged segments. Okay. Second thing we take a look at is automations, the flows themselves. So why it matters? Flows equals automated 24/7 sales engine. Set them up right, and they'll generate consistent revenue forever, pretty much. Of course, you need to have A/B tests and stuff like that. But once they're ready, once they're set up correctly, then for the most part, they'll generate a lot of revenue actually. So what we do here is we make sure that they have pretty much the core flows installed. Every brand is different. Every industry is different. Like a brand doing 6 figures needs a different set of flows than a brand doing 9 figures. Of course, the 9-figure brand needs more automations for the most part, and they need more essentially creative bandwidth right there as well. So must have flows across the funnel. Pre-purchase, obviously, welcome flow, back in stock, low inventory, price drop alerts, purchase recovery. We've got site abandonment, browse abandonment, abandoned cart, abandoned checkout, and then post-purchase and retention. We've got order and shipping confirmation, post-delivery education, review request, repeat purchase flow. For example, it's kind of the same as the post-delivery, but for the repeat customers, replenishment flow. And if you're using if you're selling luggage or a sofa, right, whatever, then this doesn't really make sense for the most part. If you're selling supplements, skincare, then it does make a lot of sense, right? Loyalty, milestones, UGC, affiliate invites, etc. And then churn risk flows. We've got win back as customer win back, lapsed customer flow, returns and refunds. So what to look for here, essentially, are those flows set up? Are high impact ones like the welcome abandoned checkout A/B tested? Really important. And then really important as well is zero-party data collected and used to personalize content and just increase revenue generated, right? Especially for bigger brands. Zero-party data is a gold mine for most of them, okay? So if you don't have any zero-party data installed, or like if you're not collecting any zero-party data, you're losing a lot of money. You're leaving tons of money on the table, essentially, okay? Third thing we take a look at is campaigns. So one-off campaigns. here, why it matters: campaigns drive short-term spikes in revenue and keep your brand top of mind. What to check here: are you guys, is your brand sending 2 to 4 campaigns a week? For the most part, again, every brand is different. We work with brands where we send daily campaigns, sometimes even twice a day. So it depends, but for the most part, I'd say 2 to 4, a frequency of 2 to 4 campaigns a week, a balanced mix of promo, education, product launch, social proof, etc. Mobile first conversion optimized designs. Are the CTAs above default for the most part? Is A/B testing implemented to just, for example, A/B test different days of the week or different times, etc., right? Or different campaign components as well, and formatting, right? For example, a graphic-based email versus a text-based email version of that specific email, right? So also we take a look at segmentation and scheduling. So is the brand actively using engaged segments for the most part? Is the brand excluding bouncers, complainers, and non-openers, right? So that's where segmentation comes into play as well when we audit an account. Next, we take a look at the core technical setup. So here, why it matters: because a bad setup equals inaccurate reporting, broken flows, and missed opportunities. So here, the checklist we go through is we take a look at is the brand using smart sending time? If not, why not, right? Is the CSS optimized enabled? So if you go to your account here and then you go to email, so on settings, you'll see there's an option here. CSS optimization, right? So this is more technical, but still quite important. Is Apple privacy setting excluded from attribution? Also in these settings, you'll find it. Is view product and added to cart events working? Is anonymous tracking enabled? Again, all of those essentially different things are here on these settings. We actually exclude. So as you can see here, this account, we are excluding Apple mail privacy protection opens from attribution data, really important. And then other things we take a look at, as mentioned before, on the technical setup side of things, which are, again, really important as well. So we take a look at this. We take a look, all of this is already set up correctly, right? So that's the core technical setup. Next, we've got SMS. So very underrated channel in 2025. So SMS equals high ROI channel, but has compliance and UX pitfalls for the most part. So key checks here: is the company info and avatar added? Are opt-out language and quiet hours configured? Is smart sending time plus fair attribution window configured correctly? I see you attentive where you have like a 30-day attribution window. It doesn't make any sense. So for the attribution window of your account, make sure it makes sense. For the most part, for most accounts, it's like, I don't know, like clicked in the last 5 days or so. That's quite fair. But don't have a 30-day attribution window like Attentive does, for example, right? So avoid that. Are short links being used on your SMS? Is at least one subscribe keyword set up? Are the mobile terms of service live? Is the opt-in disclaimer properly linked, right? And red flags: if using SMS platform outside of Klaviyo, for example, Attentive, for the most part, is going to be red flag because it equals higher cost and weaker segmentation. So we tried to use Klaviyo for everything, for email and SMS. If you're using PostScript, good, that's a good platform. If you're using Attentive with a 3-year contract, something like that, then of course, that's not ideal, right? Now, next, we've got the sign-up form. So we take a look at the list growth, which is the backbone of any email marketing strategy. So why it matters: if the list is not growing or you don't have a healthy sign-up rate, then the revenue will plateau. That's how it is. Simple as that, right? So what to check here: pop-up configuration. So you have different versions for mobile and desktop. You have a strong offer. Is the brand using smart display triggers? For example, is the brand using time delays, a scroll percentage, right? Is the brand, I don't know why I keep saying are you guys, but is the brand actually excluding the pop-ups from sensitive pages like the checkout page, right? What's the form quality here? Is the copy compelling? Does the mobile version of the pop-up has tap to text enable? So opt-in with tap to text, right? Does the pop-ups, do the pop-ups have multi-step formats for zero-party data collection, right? Is the proper list routing to the newsletter? Because this is something I've seen many times. They have a different list for SMS, and then they don't have anything for that, right? They don't have any welcome flow, for example. So making sure we have this set up correctly. And then follow up, is the welcome email SMS triggered correctly, which ties back to this previous point here. And then again, is the zero-party data being used to tailor follow-up emails, right? Really important as well. Next, we've got third-party integration, so apps that the brand is actually actively using at the moment. So most brands install tools but never use the data to drive revenue, right? So what to check here are reviews, help desk, loyalty, and UGC platforms connected, right? Are events from these tools being used in flows or segmentation? I can tell you like 60 to 70% or 80% of the time they're not. And that's untapped revenue and potential for the account. So best practices here, use reviews in Winback plus welcome flows, use loyalty tiers to personalize campaigns, use customer support data to suppress unhappy customers, all right? Next, we've got list cleaning and cost optimization. So here, why it matters, most brands waste thousands of dollars on unused tools, oversending, and inflated Klaviyo plans. I see this all the time, especially right now where they changed their Klaviyo billing. So I see this all the time. So checklist here is the brand on the right Klaviyo tier for current usage? Is the brand currently suppressing unengaged profiles? Is the brand sending long SMS, MMS with weak ROI? And for the most part, MMS don't make, so using images or GIFs on your SMS, they pretty much, for the most part, they don't make any difference. And they are way, way more expensive. So I'll actually just stick to text-based SMS for the most part, right? Just quick tip right there. Is the brand paying for pop-up tools when Klaviyo can do the job? Big one. Is the brand using duplicate SMS platforms? I see this all the time as well. So using Klaviyo plus Attentive, for example, right? And yeah, so that's pretty much it for this video right here. If you found value in it, please don't forget to drop a like and a comment. It really helps with YouTube algorithm. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my free newsletter. As I mentioned before, twice a week at least, I drop free value. I mean, honestly, like I should be charging for this, but I really drop like very high level stuff when it comes to email marketing every single week. So feel free to sign up. A link to the newsletter is going to be in the description box below. So yeah, with that being said, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.